My name is Ryan Verschoor. I'm the brand director of the import brands and crisp and cider company for Coors. Tonight was very inspirational for me because it made me think about one of the brands that I think I feel most privileged to work on, which is a brand called Pilsner Urquell. It's a Czech brand, invented 172 years ago. It's been one of the most influential brands in the entire category. The constraint that we had on Pilsner Urquell was quite specific. It's a very distinctive taste. There's a lot of sweetness from the malt, there's a lot of bitterness in the hops, and those have to be very perfectly balanced. They create an incredible tasting beer. The challenge that we have, the constraint that we have, is that the beer doesn't travel very well at all. So over time, using time and all the enemies of beer, the sweetness breaks down, the hops dominate, you get a very bitter beer. So pretty much outside of Europe, anywhere that wasn't driving distance from the Czech Republic, the beer was very challenging to drink. Myself and the brand manager sat down and thought about, okay, the biggest constraint we have is that the beer doesn't taste very good in the US, but we know that it tastes incredibly good in the Czech Republic. So how do we turn that constraint to our advantage? What we learned is that the primary thing hurting the beer was temperature. So when it was shipping from Czech Republic overseas to here, the temperature was actually impacting the taste, breaking down the sweetness. So we invested almost all of the remaining money that we had in refrigerated shipping. So we bought refrigerated containers, we shipped the beer over in these containers, and what we found is there was a really marked difference in the flavor profile, much closer to what it used to be. So what we were able to do by sort of realizing that the constraint was that it didn't travel well and diving into that constraint, invested all of our resources to improving that and again, making it able to travel well, taking everything we had out of consumer communications and almost letting the beer talk for itself. The result of that is so far in the 18 months that we've been trialing it has been roughly a 20-point swing in brand momentum. So the brand is back in positive territory now, we're very pleased to say. And I think we focus, not only has that unlocked growth for us, and particularly having consumers taste it and talk about it themselves, but it's also redirected our entire marketing campaign where, again, all of our marketing now is spent on improving the packaging so that the taste is brilliant. Spending money on distributors so that they refrigerate it within their warehouses. Talking to retailers about refrigerating it within their stores. So instead of spending money again on communication, every single piece of effort we now do goes towards telling people how beautiful and how influential this beer is, while at the same time focusing on making quality the number one reason for being. And I think that's really resonating with consumers well. We've spent almost nothing on talking to people, they're talking for us. And I think that constraint for me, stealing some of the words, feels very beautiful now. And we've been able to use it in a way that's really had some strong business results. So that's the example I had for you guys. I hope it helps. It was very interesting to me to think about it that way. So thank you. Cool, thank you.